So today I'm going to be reviewing the 2022 Honda Civic Sport. I've had this car for about a week now, and I've put in 800 kilometers on the dash. I've already done quite a bit to it, as you can see. But after a week of ownership, I can easily say that it's a beautiful car. Drives amazing. It's one of the best handling cars I've ever driven. But we'll just look at the exterior stuff right now and then take a look inside. So from the outside, the Sport model comes with 18-inch black alloys. That comes stock. So it already has a pair of really nice wheels from factory. The back of it's already debadged. I blacked out my Honda logo. Looks pretty clean. This car's already got tint on it, 5% all around. But the black door handles also come separately. These are aftermarket. This specific colorway is called Sonic Gray Pearl. I think it's one of the best colors Honda's ever released. It's got a nice pearlescent in the sun, and it shines pretty green, greenish bluish when the sun hits it. So I think it's the most beautiful color offered for the 22 Sport. But the red one is also good, and so is the blue. Taking a look at the engine bay, the car comes with a naturally aspirated 2-liter engine. Obviously it comes with no turbo. I think it has the high 150 horsepower. If you want a little bit more kick, you want to go with the Touring, which comes with a 1.5T, and that one has around 186 horsepower. But after driving the car for a week, this 2.0 naturally aspirated surprisingly has a bit of kick to it. It's not bad. It's not the fastest thing ever, but it's pretty fun to drive. And this one has iVTEC, which all of Honda's cars do, but you can really feel, the higher RPMs, and you get a bigger boost as opposed to when you're in the 1, 2, 3 range. And that's when you get the maximum fuel efficiency, but zero complaints from the engine. It's a really nice engine bay as well. Now for the inside of the car, it's probably much easier to hear me now because the wind outside was really bad, but Honda's completely revamped their interior. It looks insanely different. These interior lights I put in myself. Obviously I have one exposed wire, but I ran them all through the inside of the car, and they're really easy to put in. I really recommend these for any car owner, really. But in terms of the interior, I think it's beautiful. It comes with a fully leather-wrapped steering wheel. If you're in Canada, then leather-wrapped steering, blind spot monitoring, sunroof, and heated steering all comes standard for all packages, unlike the US, where the Sport model actually has none of those things mentioned. Comes with paddle shifters. I'm not sure if this is exclusive to the Sport and Touring, but they just give you simulated gears since it's a CVT engine. Full digital screen, smaller than the Touring, but it's more than enough size than you need, and it actually has really good resolution. The only thing about this car is the reverse camera is a little wacky, as you can see. It's different in person, but when you actually have cars in the back, they look really smudged, and the resolution could be a bit better, but you have all of your angle settings that you need, and it's a pretty decent camera overall. There's a bunch of minor things in the car that are really easy to appreciate, such as the the backlit dials. Everything is really tactile. One little detail I like is how this is a screen, and when you change the little things, it moves on the dial. So little things like that are really nice. Once again, blind spot monitoring on both mirrors. It's got a sunroof with a tilt function and going fully open. I'm not gonna open it now because it's raining. Another thing to mention with the Sport is, I'm sure you can see it now, it's a half digital and half analog speedometer. So I can turn the car off and you can see, there you go. The right side is analog and the left side lights up. In the daytime, it's pretty easy to notice, but it's not enough to it's not enough to be something that would bother. When you start the car, only half the side lights up, but everything's synced up and it looks really good. And it's not something that you notice as you drive. Red start stop button. honeycomb grille. when you're navigating through the car's information system, it's really easy to navigate through your settings. On the digital side of the speedometer, you can go through everything that you need, and you can change what is displayed in the middle of the speedometer. You have seatbelt monitor, you can see everyone that's wearing seatbelts. Scroll through to your speed and time info. Range and fuel, that's what I like to keep it on. Obviously any warnings that the car is giving. And if you don't want anything, you can just put it to no content. There's also your settings page. This is where you can tweak all of your settings. You're looking at your driver assist, your meters, your lighting. You can choose how much time you want your lights to turn off after you leave. The door setup, which doors unlock. You can either unlock them when you shift to park, unlock them when you turn the car off. There's a lot of personalized settings in this car, and it'll take you 15 minutes to get everything how you want it. That being said, let's take it on the road, and I'll show some of the features that this car has when you're driving it. So in terms of the inside of the car, obviously it's raining outside, so there's a bit of noise. But the road noise inside the cabin is actually pretty decent. It's not that loud. Like I was saying earlier, the handling in this car is amazing. This thing takes corners like crazy. It's really low to the ground. The 18-inch wheels definitely provide a little bit of road noise, but it's not bad. They handle really nicely. And the fitment of this car is way wider than the last gen. So it sits nicely, and you can really feel the difference when you're driving the 11th versus the 10th gen. Let me show, while we're actually at a red light, I will show the adaptive cruise. So right now we're at a stop, and the speed limit here is 70, I think. So we push this button, and we set our speed up to 70 kilometers an hour. There we go. And now the car is fully driving itself. It will auto brake. I'll show my feet. Off the pedal, the car is braking by itself. You can set your follow distance right here, as you can see. I'll set it to the closest one possible. And the car is fully maintaining its distance on its own. My feet are up here, and it'll be braking and everything. You can also pair that with the lane keep. And as long as it goes green here, the car is now fully driving itself. It's braking all on its own, staying in the lane. Let me see if I can get the wheel moving. Every 15 seconds, it'll prompt you to touch the steering wheel, just like this. All you gotta do is click one of these, and the car goes back to driving itself fully. It's maintaining a distance behind this car, and it's steering all on its own. And this is in bad weather with rain everywhere. So the Honda sensing system in this car is beautiful. So yeah. Once again, steering assist every 15 seconds. But this thing will come to stops at red lights, brake, and start going again all on its own. And all you have to do is touch the steering wheel. As you can see, she's braking right now. My foot's not even on the pedals. And she's gonna come to a full stop all on her own, maintaining this distance with the car. Now that we're back at the house, concluding statements on this car. Definitely a 10 out of 10. Like I said, it's one of the best handling cars I've ever driven. Also, I really recommend ceramic tint. This is like with the sun gone, and this is 5%. The visibility is crazy. But anyways, that was a side topic. Now that we'll turn the car off. 10 out of 10 driving experience. It always tells you to check the rears. One thing I forgot to mention is the sport model comes with half cloth and half leather. But it's still super comfortable. It's got nice bucket seats that really like hug you in. If you're a bigger guy, they might be kind of tight to sit in, but they really hug you on turns and whatnot. And I like this little stripe. But aside from that, we'll get out of the car. Everything's on auto. The lights turn off by themselves. That's standard though. And you just click this little touch sensor, and it'll lock the car for you.